I have the gift of prophecy, and like a swan who sings most beautifully before she goes to join her master, I now see the journey ahead. If we were to rise up into the sky and look back upon the earth from thousands of miles away, we would see our earthly abode as a sphere, and the neighboring orbs all in their own circuits, moving around the sun. They too, along with the sun, are like a cluster, which also turns in motion around another faraway sun, which altogether make up even a larger body of stars and orbs that continue to interact and move in geometrical harmony with other similar collectives. For the heavens reveal that radiant beauty and intelligence of that which is without corporeality. We are the result of an emanation of those invisible principles and laws which constitute the state of any given entity, be it the individual, a nation, or the universe itself. And yet the external world is in a natural flux, and there is no end to its diversity and multiplicity. Now it just so happens that each embodied soul throughout the cosmos, no matter what kindred star they belong to, is also in flux. Such sentient beings also orbit or resonate with each other. Birds of the same feather flock together. And depending on their stage of ascension, they incarnate again and again within planetary systems that match their frequency or capacity to be intelligent, that is, to be spiritual. Those individual souls that fail to move in accordance to the signs and times of the universal seasons, like those who fail to prepare for the winter season here on Earth, will prevent themselves from moving into higher levels of conscious experience, and therefore will remain earthbound for as long as it takes for them to realize that they are not of this world, but actually belong to a greater intelligence, in which they constantly yearn for, but are forever thwarted through vice and an endless array of desires that distract us from what is most real. Vice is, in some respect, a screen, as in a thick fishing net, that prevents man from seeing reality aright. A screen that is darkened through more and more deception, that eventually prevents us from knowing truth. In this way we become desensitized to matters of the spirit. The more enmeshed we become in this lethargic energy of vice, be it lust or hatred or apathy, we continue to miss the opportunity to emancipate ourselves and transcend into higher levels of being. In time, each of us, regardless of the chronological age we appear to be in, will enter what the Greeks call kairos, which means the right moment. The right moment can happen at any time, but it is most available to man at two critical times during his life. Usually it happens during the hour of his death. It is philosophy that prepares him the most for such a transformation. The second opportunity is very unique to any planetary system. The other kind of kairos takes place when the entire human race begins to realize the possibility of its own extinction. It is also the most precarious age to live in, because the emerging intelligent species will come to possess the power to destroy themselves. And souls from the darker dimensions will find their way into our planetary system, resulting in mass population and moral depravity. This is why the kairos is also called the metamorphosis of the gods, the apotheosis of man. For those who are able to make it through this system of things are to become as the angels. As for those who are consumed with hatred and vice of every kind, their solace will not be in spiritual things, but like the creatures that crawl upon the ground, they shall remain attached to the lower domain of earthly existence, filling their bellies with whatever feels good at the moment in time. Do not feel sorry for such ones, for the entire universe is a living and breathing organism. I tell you this, that no quality of consciousness, however crude it might be in form, or lacking in intelligence is without value. For all things are with purpose and reason, no matter how degrading it may appear in the eyes of man.